Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage. This can be another video getting ready for No Name Nationals. So I had to have a backup plan, so follow me through the intro and I'll be back. So guys, time's running thin. The easiest thing I got to fix is the pass text, the SVO. So that's the plan. There's quite a bit of stuff I need to fix on it. Need to put valve seals in, need valve springs. It smokes really bad. So I'm trying to get that addressed. I got some things I need to fix on it. So hopefully throughout this video we can fix some of these things and actually have a success story come Thursday morning, which you'll see this video probably Wednesday. Since I'm at the shop, we got Daisy down here on the floor doing her cat things today. But I come in here this morning, I put a new set of valve springs in it, new set of valve seals. I swapped in a Ranger roller cam that I had and roller tappets. Got another valve cover out here waiting to dry out. So when that dries out, I'll clean off the top there. Got the cam pulley and stuff cleaned up. But there's not a whole lot to do other than address the smoking issue that this car had, mostly because it's sat. I got to make a battery hold down, got to drain the antifreeze out of it. But other than that, it should be pretty good to pass tech. So what I changed, got a new cam seal, gasket, valve cover gasket stuff there. But replaced old factory wore out valve springs, the old flat tappet camshaft, and some of the world's most rock hard valve seals that one man's ever seen in their lifetime. So hopefully that'll fix the smoking problem. If not, it's going to need turbo too. Now I do have one of those sitting over here, but that's going to add to our big list of things to do in a short amount of time to do them. So I got a 64.5mm turbo, an aftermarket manifold, a big set of fuel injectors, and a mega squirt to put on this car. I was wanting to save all this stuff for a later video, but here we are. So with that said, I got a big old pile of parts, so I got to get to putting them on it. Well, it's 2 days to No Name Nationals at this point. So I got the SVO on the rack. I need to change the oil in it. I'm going to pull the T5 out and see if I can't fix the 5th gear shift fork. And just do some maintenance while I'm under here. I've got another new clutch I might go ahead and put in it, because I have transmission out. It's not that big of a job from this point. But I got a bunch of little stuff to do. So I've still got to put a battery tray with the factory battery hold down in it. Got to drain the antifreeze out of it. Change the oil, fix that transmission, and we can go from there. So let me get started. Well, I got the transmission out. I'm gonna go ahead and put a rear main seal and a pilot bearing in it while I'm in here. Clean up back that block where the valve cover had leaked previously. I wiped a bunch of oil off that rear main seal. Get the clutch out of it. The flywheel's pretty hot spotted, but it looks okay. The clutch actually don't look like it's all that old, but pressure plate's hot spotted too. We have some oil on the clutch disc. The input shaft seal on transmission was leaking. I'm pretty sure that's probably what got the disc oily. Got a bunch of cleanup work and stuff to do. And got the transmission apart. Everything looks pretty good in here. I'm trying to figure out why 5th gear didn't work. I've got shift fork and everything out of it there. It was missing one of these on the 5th gear. And I'm pretty sure that this was on there upside down. I'm not real sure, but the shift fork position with it on like this would definitely engage. And what it's having problem is sometimes it would grab and sometimes it wouldn't. So with it on upside down, it would just barely grab those teeth sometimes. I guess maybe this might be what it is. Got a parts T5 I'm going to take apart and see how it's put together back here. And rub these little springs or guides or whatever you want to call them. Got a tail shaft seal and an input shaft seal on the way for it. But got it all torn now. So that said, I don't know what's right and what's not right on T5. I never took one apart. But it seems pretty simple. So I'm going to pull this parts one down and see how the 5th gear engagement ring is installed in it. I think looks like somebody may have put synchros in it at one time. I think maybe they just got the thing in there backwards. That would be nice, easy fix, and I get to reseal it and fix a bunch of leaks. So let me get busy with that, and we'll see where we end up. Well, it's officially 1 day to the No Name Nationals. I didn't do any more videoing last night. I did get the transmission back in the car. Everything's good there. I had the aluminum drive shaft. Got the oil changed, put some belts on it, starter solenoid. Fixed some wiring around the battery area, put a battery tray and battery hold down in it. I come in here this morning, I flushed antifreeze out of it, and my electric fan quit working. If anybody knows, you can't get one for a 2.3 Ford 4-cylinder Mustang anymore for Fox body. So I ordered a 16-inch universal fan from the parts store that I'm currently waiting to get here. I still got a bunch of stuff to do. Most of it's little minor stuff that don't really matter at this point. But I am doing some mods today, and I'm going to put a standalone DCU in it. I'm already very well in process of doing that at this point. So what I did, I borrowed a Stinger pimp system from a buddy of mine that had that little turbo Ranger I done a video on. He's doing some rust repairs on his truck, so I borrowed his ECM. So I'm currently working on making the changes to the SVO harness that's required for the plug and play setup, like adding the air charge temperature sensor, wiring the wideband in, and the little small things like that. Moral story here is I've had some running reach problems with this car that just can't figure out. So that will at least allow me to tune it, and I've got plenty of time to tune it. Untune it on the way. So let me flip it around, I'll show you where I'm at, and then we'll go from there. So regardless, it's starting to actually look better under here. I got some new plug wires and stuff on it. The original distributor caps still look good. Plugs look good in it. Went in and painted the intake and valve cover when I done the cam swap. Got that battery hold down in there, just as factory. This thing ain't going nowhere. Got the antifreeze flushed out of it, like I said. Replace that starter solenoid. I didn't replace the clutch in it because one in my other motor was junk. So I cleaned the SVO one up. Got that in there. There's my old drive shaft propped up there. So the only other thing I really got to do for tech things, I'm going to pull one lug nut off each wheel and put an open-ended lug nut. And just, I'm going to run a vacuum through the car and clean the windows, and we should be ready to roll. Because let's face it, this is like taking a dull butter knife to a gunfight. It don't really matter how fast it is. At this point, it's just about making a trip and making a successful trip with no issues if we can not have them. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see where we get by the end of the day. Well, just going to pop back in for an update. I got the ECM in it. Had to rewire the TPS sensor. That's probably been my whole problem the whole time with the LA3 ECM. But I got that fixed. Got the vacuum line for the pimp setup done. I had to go in it and fix the jumper wire inside of it also. One thing I did learn about Stinger's pimp line ECMs, it's actually just a micro squirt with an expansion board. Still pretty nice piece. Real well built. But I had to go in there and fix one of the wire traces, one of the jumper wire traces, because it had kind of fried itself over time. So went in there and fixed that solder joint. I just took the AC condenser out of it, so I put the air conditioner fan in it and got Daisy up here, so let me flip it around. But Daisy's doing her inspection. Make sure it's right, baby. Got a long way to go. So she's doing her car inspection. So after I get this fan wired up, which is just going to be connecting 2 wires over there and get my radiator back in place, I'm pretty much done. I just got to tune ECM. I got a rough tune kind of hashed out in it. Got to verify the timing. Make sure it and ECM are seeing the same thing. Other than that, run a vacuum cleaner through it, clean the windows, maybe give it a bath, and we should be good to go. So I reckon Daisy gave her seal of approval. So like I said, guys, I know the quality of this video is probably pretty poor, and I apologize for that, but it's literally, if you know what the last few weeks have been for me, it has been insanely crazy trying to get something ready to go to this race. And the past 3 days that you're seeing from this video are no exception. Pretty much working on the car takes premise to the video at this point, so that's why there's not a whole lot of working on it content in here. But I'm getting pretty close, so I'll update you tonight when I get home, as long as everything goes well. If not, I'll pop back in again. But so far, it looks like we're on the sunny side of the cloudy day at this point. May not be the car I want to take, but it's the car we're going to take. So let me get busy, and I'll be back later. Well, I'm back home. Everything's went kind of smooth. I just got back from tuning the car, and as you can see, it is, very dark outside. But the SVO is here. It's somewhere in this blackness. So that's it, guys. It looks like we're actually going to make it. So that's where I'm going to cut this video off. I've still got to pull spark plugs back out of it. When it cools down a little bit, I got to give the car a bath. Then I'm ready to go. I'll be ready to leave out in the morning like I plan to. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. It greatly helps the channel grow. Keeps me motivated to bring you videos like this. If you are a subscriber, I greatly appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate your comments down below. So until the next video, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one.